All right then, so now let's go ahead and create the footer, something like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say footer, and let's say class name, width of course it should be full, and padding of course it's going to be 4, and okay, so inside here I'm going to create myself a div, class name, width full, bg black, rounded lg, and then padding it's going to be 3. Save these changes and let's see how does it look. That's how it looks. Then inside here, first we need to create a division, one more div class name with the full, bg white, and rounded lg, and then padding it's going to be p4. Then of course flex, item center, justify center, gap it's going to be 6, and flex it's going to be column. Then let's create a div, class name, width of course it's going to be 12, height of course it's going to be 12, rounded medium, flex, item center, justify center. Then here we need to bring an icon tag, save it, let's keep that icon itself, and let's check it out. How does it look? Oops, it should be 500. Okay, and for this we need to have a border, and border gray it should be 200. All right, so this should be orange. That's how it looks. Perfect. All right, then we need to simply create a paragraph tag, unleash creativity, share stories, and build. So for this I'm gonna say class name text 5xl, font semi bold, and for this span tag block it should come block. Then the text needs to be on the center. Then that is should looks just like this. All right, so add after that over here paragraph, which is going to be lorem, and here I'm just going to say with the full medium devices onwards with 3/4, and text needs to be center, and text needs to be small. Text gray should be 600, not too gray, it should be text gray. That is how it looks. Then we need to bring those button. So for that I'm gonna create a button which is going to be a button, then class name flex, item center, justify between, gap it's going to be 4, width is equal to 32, padding it's going to be 2, rounded full, border gray 200, download jblocks with 10, heights in, rounded full, flex, item center, justify center, icon, text wrap, no wrap, and width it's not 32. So why we are not seeing any border? Okay, so here border is missing. Otherwise let's keep it as bg orange 500, save it, and now we should able to see that. Bingo, perfect. Then we need to display these two, right? So this is the place where that division, that white layer, it's been completed, right? So right after this white layer over there, we need to bring those logo image dot slash assets images logo dot svg. Div class name px8 py12. Then right after here, I'm gonna cover these two into a div class name flex item center, then justify center gap, it's going to be 4. Then here I'm just going to say j blocks. So let's create a paragraph tag over here, and let's paste that one. Class name text excel font semi bold text gray 50. All right, so now we do have that, and I think we need to keep it a little bit bigger itself. Let's give it as 3xl then. How is that? Okay, that's looking great. Then right after this particular division, I'm just going to say lorem ipsum, which is going to be the dummy tags. And for this class name, text needs to align on the left, text sm and text gray 200. Okay. Which is basically, it's going to be 5 divisions. So instead of keeping this as a flex, so what we have to do is I can keep them as a grid column 2 by default, but on the medium devices onwards, grid column 5. Gap needs to be 3. And this needs to be inside a common div, and this needs to access the column span of 2 div. Then paste it. Then for this, it needs to be flex and flex column, and it needs to start on the starting point, and the gap between them, it's going to be 8. Just like that. Then we need to bring the social media icons right after over here. I need to create div class name flex item center justify center gap, it's going to be 6. Then here dot div class name width, of course, going to be 12, height, of course, going to be 12, border and border gray 200. Let's check this out. Okay, rounded full, instead of this, let's give it as 500. Okay, then flex item center justify center, let's bring the icon Facebook, copy this, paste it. Instead of Facebook, let's bring WhatsApp. Instead of Facebook, let's bring Instagram. Perfect. And then now we have to bring those next rest of the divisions. This is the division class name space y, it's going to be 4, paragraph, which is going to be the pages, class name text lg font semi bold. Then UL tag, li tag, anchor tag, hashtag, home, copy paste it few more times, and nothing is happening over there. Why? let's say text gray 50. I should be able to see them. Then for all these li tags, class name, text needs to be very smaller size and text gray needs to be 500 or 400 something. I should be able to see them now. Home, about, contact, services, privacy, policy, just like that. Okay, so just like the same division, I'm gonna copy them, paste it. Instead of this is going to be the support and this is going to be the more. Under the support we can have FAQs, terms and conditions, policies, support teams, and delete this. And for more we can simply say become a member, careers, events. That's it. That's enough. Save these changes and you should be able to see them. Then at last, in the end, we finally finish that footer, right? So we successfully developed this entire website and it is completely responsive. See, check this out. It's completely responsive. All right. And now all we have to do is to deploy this project completely into our GitHub, and we need to put it in a live server, and that is what we are going to do next.